Welcome to brand new show Face to Face. This is a program which has been initiated by DME Media School. DME Media School is part of Delhi Metropolitan Education, DME, and DME is one of the premier institute affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University. In DME, we have three schools besides DME Media School. The other two schools are DME Law School and DME Management School. In all, we offer four academic programs which include BA LLB, BBA LLB, BBA and BAJMC, which is run by DME Media School. And if I talk about DME is always state-of-the-art facilities it is having, and particularly since the time this COVID-19 struck in March 2020. Since that time, we have done so many things so that we can take care of the students and their teaching. So during the last semester, we tried to organize all online teaching, and before this semester was to start, we made all necessary preparations. We prepared the video lectures and then all tutorial classes we have planned, and the new academic session has already started in DME. Let us have a look at the digital campus of DME.
DME has embraced digital paradigm shift by adopting technology-based learning.
Unlike other colleges, we adopted a two-step strategy. In step 1, teachers would be preparing the videos, students would be watching them. In step 2, the student would be coming to the tutorial, clarifying the doubts, making the presentations, and discuss with the teacher.
At DME, we have invested in the best in the class academic ARP, which allows us to have a 360-degree robust communication amongst all the stakeholders, students and faculty members.
DME's virtual learning mechanism is no less than real-time classroom teaching,
wherein the students are provided the pool of e-learning resources in the form of PPTs, video lectures and online classes in a very student-friendly environment.
There is no need of mental blocks. Online teaching is as effective and interesting as offline teaching. Let the students enjoy this new mode of education.
In DME, we believe in quality education. We take care of our students. We want to see them happy.
Mental and emotional health are one of the most challenging issues of present times. DME Mentoring Cell takes care of that. Not just this, we go beyond academic curriculum to instill the most important employability skills in our students.
Welcome again to Face to Face. This is a program which has been initiated, as I told you already, by DME Media School. It is a chat show and it's completely out of the box idea wherein we have designed a program in which the dean is talking to three students. So I, as a dean, I'm talking to three students. These three students have been picked up from all 3 years. Since the last year batch is on the verge of passing out from DME, though the examination have not taken place, well, we treat them as the outgoing batch. So one representative from the outgoing batch, and then one student is from the second year, and one student is from the third year. So let us have a look as to who all are the students participating in today's show. So welcome again to Face to Face. Now, I mean, all those people who are there participating in this show can make out who are the students participating in today's episode. So we have with us Kushagrata Thakur. She belongs to the outgoing batch, and then Priyanka Nethani, who is from the third year, and Rohit Gupta, who is from second year. So we will start interacting in this episode, but as usual, I will start taking up the views from the senior most person in this show. So that is Kushagrata Thakur. She has spent 3 years in the college in DME Media School, and we all are well versed. We means, I mean, all teachers are well versed as to what kind of person she is. Rest everybody has seen in the AV. She is a very versatile personality who is good in so many things. She is good in academics and she is a rank holder in the university examination. And at the same time, she is equally interested in co-curricular activities and extracurricular activities. She's good in writing, she's good in reading, she's good in music and so many other things. So first of all, we would like to know, Kushagrata, from you only, what are your passions and what are the things which, I mean, towards which you are inclined and which attracts you the most?
Firstly, Amrisha, thank you for calling me all those things. That becomes a big thing for me, that a dean like you is calling me all those things. So the passions that I'd say, when I was in my school time, I was into elocution competitions, or I was an orator, I would say, because I liked to speak a lot. I used to speak a lot. I was the only one in my class, I guess, who was always up for anchoring sessions or all these sessions. So that made me pursue journalism. But when I came into the field, when I came in my college, and when I saw the entire syllabus of journalism and mass communication, I had this thing like, journalism is not confined to just speaking in front of people. It has so many other aspects as well. So in my first year, I started writing for the newsletter. That was the first time Deepika ma'am called me out, and she was like, you need to write for the newsletter and you need to do a bit editing. And I guess due to that, my passion for writing started. Then when I came to my second year, I saw many other options also available. We had advertising, we had PR. So when I started my advertising, the subject advertising, at that time, the subject intrigued me. I went for the internship with Investor Communication, and from that very time, I was very sure I wanted to go into the advertising field, because it has this varied variety of things happening. There is so much creativity. There is account planning. There are business executives, and the superiors that I had, my team manager, I remember, she used to tell me that you cannot be confined to one thing only. You have to learn more things as well. So my passion started from that very time, and that is what has driven me. Now, when I came to my third year, I got many more subjects to learn. I am into global media. I'm reading global media these days. I started research in my third year only. I worked under different faculties. I tried to learn the different research skills, and that's what I've been continuing to do. And I'd like to say that these 3 years, I've developed, I guess, 6 passions. And now I try sometimes to be a perfectionist in all those subjects. It is tough. There are times, but I still try to do that.
Yeah, but then beyond academics, whatever paper you might be studying in different semesters, and then your interest might be shifting from one subject to another. But then there is some such thing in everybody, which is, which is actually the driving thing, wherein you feel the most passionate about. What is that thing?
Sir, I'm most passionate about marketing, communication, advertising, public relations. All these things drive me to work even more. I can stay up to 1 in the night and I can do anything related to advertising. When I had my internship at that time, as I said, I wanted to work as much as I could. I wanted to ask my team managers, team leaders to give me more and more work. So this kind of makes me a bit बहुत काम वाम चाहिए, but नहीं. I was very interested into doing more and more work and learn about the field. So advertising has
Yes.
driven me all this time.
So this means what I can understand by whatever you said here in this show, that you are a workaholic and you are interested in more and more work.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, but then
I cannot
uh,
sit idle.
yeah,
I
okay,
cannot sit idle.
that's good, that's good. But then, I mean, as I was looking at your AV, you said reading and writing. So what actually you read besides the subjects which are prescribed in your curriculum? Beyond that, what do you read?
Sir, I remember I started my fifth standard with basic magazines and stuff, Magic, Pot, Sampak and all. But then the first book I read was Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So it was a fun book at that time. And then I started reading more and more. I read Enid Blyton's books. I guess I've read all 21 books of Enid Blyton about the famous five, all the 21 parts. And I read a lot of Roald Dahl's work. I read Charles Dickens' work, and as I told you, I was reading Chitra Banerjee Divya Karuni a few days back. I just completed it, Palace of Illusions, as I told you. Then I was planning, and now I'm planning to read the Ministry of Utmost Happiness, but there's this issue. I have not got the book yet.
Okay,
uh,
so what kind of writings you do?
um, Sir, there are different writings. I started a blog in my second year. I used to write about fat shaming and similar stuff, body shaming, fat shaming, and these types of issues. I've experienced it myself, so I had better ideas about it. But yeah, that all I used to write about. Then tried to improve my writing by being a part of the newsletter. I wrote reports for the events. Then we had some editorial sections that we wrote about. We had various events going on about which we wrote and similar things.
Okay. And what about your extracurricular, like singing and all, which I mean, which was there that you are interested in? So what
Sir,
kind of singing? What kind of singing you do?
I started classical singing in sixth standard. I took training in Akhil Bharatiya Vidya Academy. I studied for 6 years, I guess, and then I had to stop because of my 12th standard. I couldn't continue after that. During my college time also, I didn't have the time. I'm not very good at time management, I think so. So I couldn't continue singing at that time. But even now, sometimes when I get chance, I go to my music classes. I talk to my teachers there. I listen to many other students that come there. There are times when my teachers want me to teach some things to them because I've been a student. So not very prominent now.
Yeah, but then in music means you are a vocalist. You sing.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, so can
I
you
am
sing?
Vocalist.
Yeah, so
I'm a vocalist and I play sitar.
Yeah, so can you sing something for us?
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Sa ni sa ma ga pa ma pa dha pa. Sa ni sa ma ga pa ma pa dha pa sa ni dha pa ma pa dha pa ma sa re sa. That was simple sargam from
but this was fantastic. So moving on to Priyanka. Priyanka, you have also been there in the college for the last 2 years, and as far as I know about you, you are good in academics and you are good in other co-curricular things. Particularly, you contributed a lot in the newsletter, and you are also heading the Spark, which is a student body. So, but then if I want to listen from you only as to what are your passions and what all is that which attracts your attention?
I've thought a lot about this question, and you have been asking this question to everyone, so I have an answer.
So you are prepared for it?
Yes, I'm prepared for this.
Okay, good.
So
Okay.
I'll say there's one word that explains my passion, and that is stories. Like, I am passionate about stories, listening to stories, telling stories, writing stories, watching stories. Like, everything is about stories in this world, and I'm very passionate about it. So I'll explain how I'll just put it in my career. So I'll go for script writing, for advertising. Everything is about story, like how you present something. So I'm very passionate about it, and I think like I have major interest in going in cinema in script writing, but I have also developed my interest in advertising as well, and maybe PR to some extent. You know, how you present something in a different way. It all
But
depends on your perspective.
yeah, but wherever you will be, whether cinema or advertising or PR, you will remain a storyteller.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, yeah, you are telling something more.
Yeah, I mean, I researched about like start in 10th standard. I had decided that I want to be a writer, but at that time I did not know what exactly it is all about. I only thought that there are two types of writing: one, the fiction writing, novel writings, and then the other, the newspaper writing. So that's all I had in my mind. I was like very adamant that I'll write a novel one day, and then it started developing, and then I was in 12th standard. I had thought that I'll go for creative writing course, but my ma said ki it's a very niche thing and don't go in, like go for a subject that has more to offer. So I went for BJMC, and it actually developed. I started out as that I'll be a reporter or I don't know, some editorial writer for a newspaper, but now I want to do everything. I want to go into advertising. I may be in cinema. I had zero interest in cinema 2 years back, but now I have developed an interest, and I really want to go into script writing or something like that. So
So this means, do you watch films?
I do. Well, I have started watching now. I
Yeah.
never used to. Ever since I studied BCLS, and I was so amazed that initially I used to watch cinema for the story, but now I've started watching it for cinematography as well. You know, when we just the top angle is dominating, and so I was like very impressed. I mean, how the perspective changes the entire thing. So I just started watching cinema again, and I started noticing the cinematography, and I'm pretty impressed. I mean, even if the story is not good, but the cinematography changes the entire thing, and that's what is amazing for me.
Okay, so this means you would have chosen film appreciation paper in the fifth semester, is it so?
Yes, yeah, I have chosen
So,
film
so you are
appreciation.
more study in filmmaking, as you said, about the camera or the content. I mean, this part, or studying films as a subject. What is more fascinating?
I think both of them are. I mean, both of them are totally different thing. I'm interested in both of them. Filmmaking, of course, but I am interested in the screenplay and maybe the script, that all that stuff. But for appreciation, I had this Mr. Prince Shadwal, that webinar we had, and I was amazed at how he was analyzing even this small scene so perfectly. So I think I'll go for that as well. FTII, later maybe.
Good. So moving on to Rohit, you have been there, Rohit, for the last one
Yeah.
year, but then you and your father met me even before you took admission. So I'm knowing you from that time, and even before joining journalism and mass communication, you appear to be an activist who wanted to do so many things to have a change, to ensure a change in the society. And then obviously, I presume that for the last one year also, you might be following the same track. So can you tell me, I mean, what exactly is your passion, which you would be following it even before joining DME Media School, and still you are pursuing that?
First of all, sir, I would like to thank DME and you for the kind of motivation you gave to me and the atmosphere which I feel at DME is absolute. And now I'm coming to the passion and how I am going to pursue it. The first thing is from my childhood, I ever dreamed to join any civil service or any social job I am looking for. Means एक social job मुझे चाहिए था बहुत पहले से ही सपना था तो सोचा कि अलग अलग फील्ड को जब देखा कि हाँ लॉयर भी है और जर्नलिस्ट एक ऐसा फील्ड मिला जहाँ मतलब आप लोगों की आवाज एकदम दिखा सकते हो बता सकते हो आप रियल स्टोरी को कवर कर सकते हो आप मतलब वो जो भी सेंटिमेंटल चेंजेस हैं जो भी इनसाइड स्टोरीज है आप उसको मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया में लाके जो एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम है उसका सोल्यूशन दिखा सकता हूँ। डीएमई में रह के मुझे गाइडेंस ये मिल रही है कि हाँ आप किस तरीके से आप उसको परफेक्ट कर सकते हो, किस तरीके से आप उसको मेक आउट कर सकते हो, आप किस तरीके से आप मतलब शेप कर सकते हो अपने डायमेंशन को, और एक डेफिनेट जो पाथवे होता है फॉलो करने का पैशन को लेकर, वो मुझे काफी हद तक डीएमई में आके काफी मिला है।
Yeah. Would you like to tell something about your RTI activism and to what extent you have been doing it, what all you have been doing it?
So my very first RTI was related to Ministry of Petroleum regarding when the GST was passed in the Parliament. I thought why it is not under the GST. It was a very confusing doubt. Some means there are several answer, political, non-political, several answers were there. So I was looking through some act, and I have some special interest in law. So therefore I go for RTI. Means I just want to check how does it work. So my very first RTI was related to means why petroleum is not under GST. So this gave after 15 days I got reply, and it is so satisfactory that it gave me the clear picture. Means how did government need a budget? Means they need a money to run the country, and there are very limited sources from you can fetch. So petroleum and alcohol are the two basic material which can give you the wide collection of taxes.
So
Therefore,
if I ask you कि जब से तुमने RTI लगाना शुरू की है, आज तक कितनी RTI लगाई है और किस तरह के सब्जेक्ट्स पे लगाई है और वो किस तरह का रिस्पॉन्स मिला, if you can tell us overall.
हाँ, sir, around I have filed around more than 1,000 RTI. Means since 3 years I'm doing this. So I filed more than 1,000 RTI, and I am filing it on public subjects. Means related to some special provisions to the social backward people, to the taxes, to the policies implemented for a particular people. Like recently I filed an RTI over population control. Means what are the laws in India, what are the policy programs being carried out by the government for population control, to check the population growth.
So ये RTI तुमने कहाँ पे फाइल की, किस डिपार्टमेंट में फाइल की?
Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, Center. So I got a reply. They have suggested, means they have mentioned several measures what the government is taking at their level. But since I am getting into the detail, recently I have recently I have raised a query for why government is not passing why government is not passing population control law. So regarding that I need the answer. So I have got, but still the programs are not implemented in that manner. So these type of RTIs I am filing.
तो ये वाली जो तुम कह रहे हो, तो ये तुम फिर लॉ मिनिस्ट्री में लगा सकते हो इस तरह के RTI?
Sir, law ministry means the parent organization dealing with the subject is health ministry and family and welfare. That's why I filed them. Means
so moving on. हाँ बोलो कुछ और.
हाँ मतलब एक चीज है, 2-3 बार हुआ जब शुरुआत में पता नहीं था कौन सी पब्लिक अथॉरिटी है, कौन सा पब्लिक डिपार्टमेंट है, तो मैं सीधा सीएमओ में कर देता था, फिर वो उसको ट्रांसफर करते करते वो 1 महीने से ऊपर हो जाती थी, फिर धीमे धीमे जब करते करते समझ आया तो हाँ पूरा आइडिया मिला.
नहीं, वैसे 1 महीने से ऊपर नहीं है. दिस आई कैन टेल यू, इफ यू हैव गॉन थ्रू द RTI एक्ट, उसमें सिर्फ 5 दिन एक्स्ट्रा लगते हैं. अगर वैसे 30 डेज है तो 5 दिन एक्स्ट्रा लगते हैं when you are filing an RTI to another department and that department is sending to the concerned department, then 5 additional days. This means you should get the answer in 35 days.
जैसे प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफिस में 15 दिन वहाँ होल्ड पे रहती है, फिर वो आगे चली जाती तो वो 30 दिन वैसे ही हो जाता है.
So moving on to Kushagrita. Kushagrita, one thing I wanted to ask, because incidentally you and Priyanka both are in the same episode, since we have been in DME Media School, have been taking out our newsletter very regularly. And I mean, I can certainly tell you a lot of things because I supervise from the top. Since the time I've joined DME, and I've been looking after the newsletter, that from 4 page we converted it to 8 page, then 12 pages. Then from the periodicity of a monthly newsletter, we have changed it to a
Fortnightly.
fortnightly and all. But then you people are the backbone. You are the real force who see to this that the things are done. So can you tell me something about the newsletter and your contribution towards that?
Yes, so as I said earlier also, I started during my first year. I wrote reports with a few months and then I started editing. My contribution from the starting has been as a reporter and an editor both. Because at the time when we started, there was I just had Deepika ma'am above me who used to supervise all of us, and there were a lot of articles. We had a lot happening at DME. Even now we have a lot happening at DME. So I started by writing, then I had to switch to editing. I started with basic grammatical errors, if there were any, but there were none such grammatical errors that much, because we have the students who have good grammar skills. But there were things related to structuring of an article, the importance of a topic, preparing a lead, following the inverted pyramid format. There were different things that we had to keep in mind. So all those things, it was my responsibility to take care of all those things. I had a few friends from my own class as well who used to work with this. And as earlier we were circulating monthly, we had a 4 pager, then we came up to 8, then now we are at 12, and now we have this fortnightly issue. It was a very big thing for me when I heard about the fortnightly issues. I like there is a lot happening. Like now that this digital era has come, I see there are so many webinars happening. There are so many like this face to face, these episodes happening. So there is a lot. You cannot confine it to one newsletter. You cannot confine it to 12 pages. So we had a fortnightly issue. That was a very big thing for me at that time as well. So now I've sticked to editing, but during if we have any special issues, if we have any events, like we had ICANN during my initial year in 2018, we had ICANN, then we had SIFI, then we had ICANN 2, we had Vritika, we had ICANN 3 just now. So during these events, I do writing as well, because we need writers for different events. Other than that, for the monthly newsletter, we have different other things that we put in. We just don't have reports. We have the photo of the month session. We have an alumni interview. We had an interview with the faculty, with one of the faculties. We have student achievements. We have people can learn, and we have a say it in section where we select a sentence and we show it, then we tell it in different languages. We had Spanish earlier, we write those sentences in Bengali. So we have different things going on, and since the time from the first year now that I've come to third, I've seen so many changes happening. There is so much content now, and this fortnight issue was a very big thing for me because we needed space. We needed much space as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, we all need space for expression.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah. Priyanka, what would you say? Because you have also been very active in the newsletter. So, I mean, many more things I believe you will be in your mind, which you can tell us about the newsletter.
She said almost everything. I'm left with nothing. Anyway, so I joined newsletter in second year, and like I had only joined for special occasions, CP and all that. I was not a regular member of newsletter. Only recently I've been a regular member, and I've been working, and now I'm an editor, and Kushagrita is gone and everything. But it's great. It's going great with all the webinars and everything coming up, and
But something, I mean, like you people work and you write all the reports, edit all the reports, and then there are teachers to supervise. So can you tell us something the way, I mean, this whole thing functions?
I mean, it's great how there is a hierarchical structure, and it is not just koi bhi kuch bhi kar lega. We plan like month before. We know everything. This person will do this, and we always have a backup. If something happens, then this person will do this. And I mean, the structuring of it is very nice. And I mean, Deepika ma'am and Kamal sir, like both of them are always in contact. Like, koi problem ho, contact me. Don't take it up by yourself. This that. So it's great. I mean, and all the students who are part of newsletter, they are genuinely want to write, and it's great. I mean, they just come up with ideas as well. Ki we can do this and that and that. So we just always have something or the other coming up to add on newspaper, a newsletter, and it's great that now we have more place for it. 12 pages, 24 pages a month. That's nice. I mean,
So that's good. I mean, because I know what all is happening. I have planned basically, but then I wanted to hear from you people. I mean, how do you respond to whatever is being done on our part? Okay, so moving on to Rohit, though you are not part of the newsletter team and all, but one thing I want to ask, do you contribute something towards the newsletter, anything that you might be writing on your own, or you would have given any assignment anytime? Is there any connection with the newsletter with you?
Yes, sir. I have worked with Kamil sir. He has asked me for Hindi content writing. So I have means that time I have suggested 2 3 articles. So means I have not participated much, but I have limited approach there. So only thing which I did is I gave some suggestion regarding the content of the newsletter. Some Hindi abbreviations were there that we and sir were discussing. But one thing I want to tell is I want to tell you that the participation at DME is excellent. Means there is no means teacher or student relation while teaching or any type of discussion. It is something like कि हाँ आप एक टीम की तरह काम कर रहे हो, आप समझ रहे हो, तो मतलब एक जैसे कि हाँ हम आपको बता रहे हैं, हम आपको बता रहे हैं, एक जो डायरेक्ट टच होता है, तो वो चीज मुझे वहाँ काफी इंस्पायर किया, तो वो चीज मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ.
But I believe one suggestion you could have given, I mean, this has striking to my mind while talking to you. Why can't you suggest to start a session, one section in the newsletter, which is based on your RTI replies?
Yes, sir. This is very good suggestion, and I am liking to do so. Means I
But
have
this
planned.
suggestion, but this suggestion should have come from you. I mean, this is coming. So, I mean, if the things are coming from the student, nothing like that.
so we have the student achievement section. So I mean, just tell us everything about your RTR. We can write an article about it.
No,
Not
I mean,
only
what
us,
I'm
even
saying.
he can write something because he
Yeah,
has got so
yeah,
much
yeah,
information. Now that I hear, he can write a lot of things. So
In
he
every
should.
issue, he should write something on which he would have filed an RTI and the answer that he would have received. So in every issue, there can be one write-up on that.
It's going to be
Right?
more and more
Yes, sir.
informative.
Yeah.
सर ऐसा
हाँ.
ऐसा सोचा था, बट उसके बाद एग्जाम्स आ गए, फर्स्ट ईयर सेकंड
वो सब आते रहेंगे, एग्जाम तो आते
आते
रहेंगे लाइफ में. एग्जाम तो every day you are appearing in an exam. I mean, we are doing this show. This is as an exam for each one of us. So, I mean, don't treat only that as your exam when you are writing your papers. I mean, take up everything in life that's an exam. So then you will not be afraid of कि अब ये scared हो गए कि अब एग्जाम आ गए तो बाकी काम कैसे करें.
नहीं
ठीक है.
सर, मतलब सोचा था इस बारे में, बट बीच में क्या था कि सर फर्स्ट ईयर था तो थोड़ा सेटल होने में टाइम लगा था.
चलो ठीक है, आप सेटल हो गए, आप शुरू
हाँ,
कर
हो गया
दीजिए.
सर. लॉकडाउन जैसे खुलेगा डिस्कस करते हैं और एक टीम की तरह मिलकर हम इस पे भी काम करेंगे.
ठीक है, sure. Now, Kushagrita, I would like to ask you, since now you have completed your inning in DME. Now, during these 3 years, you would have made a lot of friends. I mean, working friends like in newsletter team or outside newsletter team within your section and the class, and outside that in your seniors and junior batches and all. And then obviously, since you would have been taught different subjects by different teachers, so your interaction with the different teachers would have been at different levels and all. And then, I mean, how have you spent your campus life? Can you tell us something about that?
Yes, sir. Sir, वैसे तो it would be like a brag, but I've stick to one friend from the very first year. I guess she's joined this session as well, Parul. So I've been stick to her from the very first year. Or she's been a very big driving force for me. She, like just now you said that I had to sing something. She's so I know she's very excited right now that I had to sing in front of everyone because she is the one who pushes me towards different things. I have always been into academics. Though till 12th I was not very good in my studies. I was not, my 12th mark sheet is a joke for very many people. But I have always been driven towards academics for most of the times. But she has been one of the most important parts, and she always drives me to do more and more things. Similarly, as I said, newsletter has made me made a contact amongst many juniors for me, many seniors as well. I worked for an event. I worked for ICANN for the very first time, and that was the time when I interacted with many of my seniors at that time. We needed editors. We were working on different things. So newsletter has been an important part for my interaction. I came to know Priyanka from newsletter only. We didn't talk earlier. I came to know her. I came to know about many other juniors. I came to know about Shubham Mandal and Yukta. Yukta has been also a very important part of the newsletter. Then many such people. And in my class also, I still see there are many. I am not a very friendly person. I'd call myself. I'm not a very friendly person. I don't talk a lot with many people. I am very rigid towards my friends. If I have chosen 3 or 4 friends, if I have Parul, I have Priya, I have Harisha, I have Anushka, I'll just talk to them. I don't talk to many people. There goes days when I've not talked to anyone from my class. But still, each and everyone, they always push me towards different things. If they see that there's this webinar happening and they think that it is important to me, I should take part into it, they push me to do so. And similarly with the teachers, I'd like to thank each and every teacher. I'd like to thank, like, if I start counting now, I might miss some of the teachers, but still each and every teacher who sits in both those faculty rooms, they've been so important. They've been so pushing from the day one. I remember Deepika ma'am asking me if I wanted to take part into writing skills, and we had this list who will take which subject, and there was just my name in the writing skills section. So from that very day, Deepika was like, no, if you are into writing, you will do writing, even if you are the only student. Then Kamil sir, he took over after Deepika ma'am when she went for her study leave and all that. So Kamil sir was always like, you need to improve your articles, you need to improve your articles, you have this to do, you have that to do. Then all the other mentors that I've had in all my 3 years, I had Sanchita ma'am, I had Pramod sir, I had Sukriti ma'am for a while, I had Tina ma'am this year. So each and everyone has been very important to me. And the biggest driving force is Bala ma'am. Bala ma'am, whenever she comes to my class, she has something to say to me. Either she is scolding me about something that I didn't do, or else she's making me do some of the more things. She's like, write a new paper. You can write a new paper. Study this. Even when I get a call from her nowadays, I'm like, surely I have to do something new now. I have to take part into something new. So each and every aspect, each and every person in this college has always driven me to do something better, to make a better version of myself. That is what I believe. Each and every friend, each and every classmate, every teacher, you have been a very important word. I know many of us were very scared of you for a very long time. We still are, but whenever you come to our class, there is always something new that we come to know. I remember I was talking to you about a book one day, and you talked about a poet and her poetry and how it drove a very big revolution at that time. So I still remember those things, and these small things, they are very important for students of journalism like us. We need to know very many new things. So as I just said, everyone has been a driving force.
Good. So Priyanka, what would you say in response to this question?
Same with like Kushagrata. I just only have, like, I stick with one person, that is Shinjini. I mean, I am a very friendly person and I have a lot of friends, but I'm very selective about it. And I have Shinjini is the topmost friend in my list, and Kaushik, Shubham Mandal, like Kushagrata is also there. There are a lot of people in my class.
But
yeah.
what is the most unique thing about Shinjini? You said that she is on top.
The unique thing is, I mean, she not only praises me for the things I do, but she also gives me the constructive criticism. If I just come up with some idea, ki, hey, Shinjini, this is something I want to do. So she'll look at it and she'll say, yes, it is good, but think about it from a different angle. Do you think it will be like this? And I just, she makes me look at it from a different perspective, and that just always helps me improve it. And that is what is the best thing about it. Like, I mean, it's good to have people who praise you, but constructive criticism is very important, and that is what she gives me. And about teachers, like everyone is good. Like I can't just say, but I have two teachers in my mind. I have like a very good bond with, not just in college, but I have been in constant touch with them for like forever. I mean, one of them is Yashasvika ma'am. She's my class mentor, and I guess I'll just call her my life mentor as well. I mean, she has always been a guiding force in my life. And the best part about her is, if I do something wrong, so she just don't come at me and say that you did this wrong. She'll just let me, like, subtly tell me ki this is could be solved and you can do this differently, and just let me analyze it, think about it from take time and just understand it myself. And that is the best thing about it. I had, like, recently I had a fallout with a couple of friends of mine over some creative like the differences, and I was like very sad. Oh, this has happened, I don't know. So she just let me, like, it's okay, it happens, it's okay, just don't panic about it, just think about it and you'll be fine. And actually I am grateful that that happened. It happened a couple of months ago, and right now I've made peace with it. I mean, just at that time I was blaming people, but now I'm like, acha, creative differences and hota hai, koi baat nahi. I have understood, I have taken a lesson out of it. The second teacher, Deepika ma'am, everyone knows about it. I mean, my relationship with her is not just about teacher student. Oh, fun fact, she has never taught me any subject. We just met on newsletter only. So my
Newsletter
relationship,
driving force.
yes. So my relationship with her is like, I always wanted an elder sister, and that is the kind of person she is in my life. And I can go to her for anything, be it some problem with friends or something I want to do. She always sends me all the courses that I could do. I mean, she's always there, and that is the best thing. Like the elder sister, the badi behan wali vibe come from her, and that is the great thing. I mean, she's always like pushing me forward to do this and do this. You can do this. And that is something I'll take with me even after I leave DME.
So Priyanka, you are really a good storyteller. I mean, when you are narrating something, so everybody is spellbound is listening to you. So you have that kind of trait. So moving on to Rohit, what would you say about your friends and teachers?
सर फ्रेंड्स सारे ही हैं, मैं वहाँ फर्स्ट ईयर में सभी को जानता हूँ। इवन मैं दोनों जो सीनियर्स हैं मैं उनको भी अच्छे से जानता हूँ, और टीचर लोगों से तो काफी अच्छा मतलब इंटरेक्शन रहा है, तो मैं कह सकता हूँ कि सभी से काफी अच्छा कनेक्शन है। दीपिका मैम ने काफी बार एज अ मेंटर उन्होंने काफी बार मोटिवेट किया, इवन सीआर बनने के लिए भी उन्होंने ही मोटिवेट किया था और कहा था कि ट्राई करो। मींस उन्होंने काफी मदद की थी कि अपना हेजिटेशन आप बाहर निकालो। अतुल सर ने मतलब एक जनरल अवेयरनेस का इतना मतलब अच्छा जो फील्ड उन्होंने बताया, काफी प्रोडक्टिव रहा मेरे लिए। और कामिल सर ने हिंदी राइटिंग, जब कभी कभी होता है सर, मैं स्टेटस डालता हूँ या कोई न्यूज बुलेटिन डालता हूँ तो सर करेक्ट करके बताते हैं, हाँ देखो ये गलती है, इसको ठीक कर लेना। सो दैट इज रियली वेरी गुड कि हाँ आपको ऐसे टीचर्स मिल रहे हैं जो आपको बियॉन्ड कॉलेज भी वो हेल्प कर रहे हैं। और जब कभी आपके पास आता हूँ तो आप भी बहुत मोटिवेट करते हो, आप बाहर की स्टोरीज ऐसे बताते हो, सिस्टम में क्या चल रहा है। कभी दीपिका मैम बताती हैं, उनसे डिस्कशन होता है, तो काफी हेल्पफुल रहता है मेरे लिए। माला मैम के पास जाता हूँ, मैम सजेस्ट करती हैं, आर्टिकल्स देती हैं कि इसको पढ़ना या किसी रिसर्च पे ऐसे काम करो या इस थॉट के ऊपर सोचो, तो काफी अच्छा रहता है मेरे लिए। और फ्रेंड्स भी काफी अच्छे हैं मेरे। हार्दिक और मैं हम लोग कलेक्टिवली एक ग्रुप चलाते हैं जो पॉलिटिकल और सोशल लिटरेसी फ्लरिश करने में हेल्प करता है। और जहां तक होता है हम लोग साथ साथ काम करते हैं, वो भी एक एक्टिविस्ट है, हम लोग मिलकर अभी आगे का बहुत कुछ सोच रहे हैं। पलक है, खुशी है, सो वी आर वर्किंग ऑन ऑल टुगेदर। बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
ठीक है, तुम ही लोग आगे मिल के समाज को बदलोगे ना, तो किसी को तो जिम्मेदारी उठानी ही पड़ेगी ना।
जी सर, बिल्कुल उठाएंगे, क्योंकि देश हमारा है, सोसाइटी हमारी,
बिल्कुल
हम नहीं करेंगे कौन करेगा।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, that is the right spirit. So moving on to Kushagrata. Kushagrata, we would like to know about your parents, your family, and their role in your making.
Sir, I'm an only child
Hmm.
and I am an army kid. My grandfather was in army. He's a retired colonel. I am an only child. Both of my parents are working. Both of them are into corporate field. Or I had to take commerce in my 12th standard because they both were into corporate and they thought कि मैं side से ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं करूँगी. So
Hmm.
they had this thing, but I scored even more badly in my 12th in this entire commerce thing. And then they were like, you, whatever you want to do, you have to do it and you can do it. We are not going to force you anymore. They didn't force it that time as well, but I didn't score well. So that reflected. So my mother has been an ardent reader for a very long time. She used to read a lot of books. I remember I have a big library in my hometown and she has books from different authors. And she's the one who always drove me towards reading more and more books. She was the one who told me कि जब तक books नहीं पढ़ोगे तब तक नए words नहीं आएंगे. और अगर नए words नहीं आते, you cannot expect anyone to talk to you. If you are not informed, you cannot expect anyone to talk to you. You cannot sit in a group of people and not talk about anything. You have to be a driving force. You have to be the one orator over there. So this with my mother has been a very important part. My dad, he's very. I am very inspired by him for a very long time. This is because his love for his own father, his love for my grandfather is humongous. It's huge because he respects him like a god. That is what I say. He respects him like a god, and it always inspires me to respect him even more. I always tag him as the only gentleman I've seen in my life, because that is not just because he's my father, but in many other ways as well. Abhi bhi, I've seen him respect women. I've seen him respect my mother. I've seen him respect each and every woman in his life, and that is what makes me think that each and every man should be like him. So, and my mom she's into constructive criticism, as I'd like to say. Even now, when I did show her I show her the poster, she's like, "You don't look very nice." Like, I don't look nice. That is a different thing. I scored 83 in my first year. 83, 82. I scored 83, 82. And she was like, "You scored so bad. You are so bad. You're such an average student." I scored 92 my last semester. She was like, "You could have done better. You could have scored more than 95." So she's always into this constructive criticism thing. She looks at my newsletter articles. She looks at my blog. She would have heard me just now sing. She would be like, you sang that wrong. You were wrong in that note." And she's very much into constructive criticism. Even when she's going to watch this video, she's going to say something like this.
Yeah. This is. I was going to tell you, you should be ready for that kind of criticism after she watches this video.
No, I am very sure she's going to say something about everything. She's going to be like, "You fumbled that time. You sang that thing wrong. You should have said that." That is going to happen in a few minutes now.
No, zaruri hai. I mean, if you don't have that kind of criticism, you will not grow actually.
You are not supposed to succeed. That is it is a very important thing.
So moving on to Priyanka, what would you say about your family and parents?
Like I would say the love for stories, I think it came from my father only. I remember when I was little, so wherever we went for a walk or anything, so he would always point out at things like, look at that, look at that. Like we will be going through road, that look at that taxi, how it I mean, look at the number plate, it is yellow, so it is a taxi. If it is white, it is some normal car. If it is DL, it belongs to Delhi. So he used to tell me things in a very like story kind of a way, and I was very interested in everything. So he is a history major, so anything from history, I'll just say what happened in Panipat ki ladai, and he knows like from date and everything and who was involved in it. I mean, I think the storytelling thing came from him only, and he is the one who has instilled in me. And I remember when I was in 8th, I mean in senior secondary and everything, so I used to have this diary, and we would every month we would just sit down, my father and I, and we would just make notes of all the current affairs that's happening. And after every election, we will just write down all the states and the chief ministers and everything. So I mean, I think he is the one who just keep me intellectually active. He'll always be up for discussions. Just a couple of weeks ago, we were discussing about different posts in army and navy and air force. So I can always have these kind of conversation with him. And my mother, on the other hand, I mean, I would say my father keeps me intellectually active, while my mother keeps me emotionally sound. I mean, my father will always be like, you can do this and you can do that, and my mother would be like, आराम से करो, you can do it. And like, I mean, she motivates me कि you can do it. She also likes Kushagrita. My mother is also very much into constructive criticism. She is the first one to see the newsletter and she's like कि इस वाले आर्टिकल में तुम्हारी बायलाइन क्यों नहीं आई, मतलब why do others have more byline than you? Like, मतलब I mean, she pushes me, she motivates me. I'll say that I think I am privileged. I am like very grateful to have a family who not only understand the importance of education but also motivates me, push me forward to excel in it. They just don't want me to go to college and get a piece of paper that say that I did something course from this course. They actually want me to invest my time and effort into it and get something out of it. And I think that is what keeps me motivated. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have been some other place if they were not there with me.
Okay, good. So Rohit, what would you say about your parents and your family?
सर जैसे BJMC जो मैं कर रहा हूँ जर्नलिज्म में, मेरे पापा का बहुत बड़ा योगदान है. उन्होंने ही मुझे इंस्पायर किया था इन सब चीजों के लिए कि आप पत्रकारिता में देखिए, क्योंकि उनका भी सपना है कि मैं किसी बड़ी स्टोरी को मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया में लेके आऊँ. और बचपन से ही वो बताते रहे, जो मेरे ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर थे वो फ्रीडम फाइटर थे, तो उनका जो देश के लिए योगदान था, तो उन्होंने उनकी जब स्टोरीज मुझे बताई तो मैं काफी इंस्पायर हुआ. तभी से वो कनेक्शन जुड़ा हुआ है कि हाँ, सोसाइटी के लिए, देश के लिए कुछ करना है. सर्विंग मिशन इज फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी. तो मम्मी लोग भी मुझे काफी मोटिवेट करते रहते हैं. बहन में भी सेम फीलिंग है कि हाँ भाई, बाहर नहीं, यहीं करेंगे, जो करेंगे मिलके करेंगे. एटमॉस्फेयर भी यही मिला, डीएमई में आके भी यही मिला मुझे. और जब एडमिशन के लिए आए थे तो आपसे भी यही बात हुई कि हाँ, लड़का कुछ करना चाहिए. और वो फिर इतना बूस्ट कर देता है ना, अब तो कुछ करना है तो करना है.
नहीं करना ही है, उसमें तो कोई डाउट ही नहीं है कि करना है. Now we are moving to the last part and we are running short of time, the time that we have decided for this show. So the last question that I will ask you all, and firstly to Kushagrita, what have you thought about your career? Will you be taking a job after getting the degree of BJMC, or will you be further taking up studies at the masters or the PG?
Sir, I'll be going with masters currently because I don't want to like break my flow of studies, because it is important to score marks for me, I guess so. So I'll continue with my studies currently. I'll go for masters. I have applied into colleges, and after completing my masters, then I'll go for a job. That's what I'm planning.
What about you, Priyanka? Though you have still 1 year to go, but then you would have thought something about your career, if you can tell us.
I think I'll go for masters as well. I mean, I think I'll go for advertising, but I'm also more interested in FTII, so never know.
Yeah. And Rohit, what will you do after 2 years? Obviously, 2 years you are in DME, but then, what have you thought about that?
So I'm planning for LLB and then LLM.
So very, very long way to go.
Yes,
I have also done this LLB and LLM both. So it's good. There is nothing like studying more and more studying, because that gives you knowledge, that gives you depth, and that also gives you confidence, which is essential for doing anything in life. Okay, so moving on towards the conclusion of today's episode, and before making the concluding remark, I would like to make a mention of the people who are with me behind this show, because this is something which is not possible alone. Obviously, I came out with the idea, I initiated it, but then the faculty members, many faculty members joined hands with them, and the whole creative and the production team. I would like to make a mention of the names. These include Deepika Dhawan, Ritik Ghosh and Sumantra Sarthi Das. And then above all, Dr. Susmita Bala is there. She and the entire faculty members, they have been immensely helpful in the creation of this show. So I thank you them all. And I thank you to all the teachers, to you three who are there in this show, those who have been in earlier episode and who might be appearing in the forthcoming shows, because without the student, this show would have never been possible. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir.